Assalamualaikum students. Welcome to Pakistan School Muscati Learning, and we are learning from our book Amazing Science Grade 4, and I'm your teacher, Mr. Dr. Welcome to the science class, students. Are you ready to learn something new? So let's get started, students. This is the continuation of unit number 5, matter and its states. Today's plan, first of all, do the brainstorming, then review of book pages 42 to 47, explanation of the important parts of the lesson. We'll do one activity, which is activity number 3, page number 48. Then do some notebook work, question number 8, matching, and then do question number 2, as we all have done all the reading of book pages. So definitely we can do the question number 2 now. After that, quiz. So let's get started, students, and don't forget the rule set. It will help you to be focused what you are learning. So everyone should follow the rules. Unit number 12, light. What is the reflection of light? The bouncing back of light from smooth surface is called reflection of light. As we all know now that anything that has weight and takes up space is called matter. There are many different kinds of things in the world. They are of different shapes, sizes, and colors. Some are hard, some are soft, some are warm, and some are cold. So they may be wet or dry, rough or smooth. All these things look and feel different from each other. So all things in the world have weight and takes up space. Now you know that there are 3 states of matter. Matter can be found in 3 states. So the states of matter depends on the arrangement of its particles and also on the amount of space between them. Matter can be in solid form or in liquid form or in the form of gas. Rock is a solid, water is a liquid, and oxygen is a gas. Solids, the particles are close together. They are linked to each other and are arranged regularly. Therefore, solid has a fixed shape and fixed volume. Liquids, the particles are close together, but they can slide over one another within a certain limit. Therefore, a liquid has no fixed shape, but it does have fixed volume. There are bigger spaces between the particle and gas than between those in liquid. They are not linked and can move freely in all the directions. For this reason, a gas has no fixed shape and no fixed volume. Now we also know that matter can change its states. Mass substance remains solid, liquid, or gas at certain temperature. They are heated or cooled. They can change form. How a change of state occurs? Heating makes the particles in a substance move faster and knock each other further apart. As they begin to move around freely, a change of state occurs. So changing states of matter consist of melting, freezing, boiling, evaporation, and condensation. Mixtures. A mixture contains more than one substance. It is not a pure substance. Air is a mixture of many gases. Coffee is a mixture of water, sugar, and coffee beans. We have learned 4 kinds of mixture from our book, page number 46, in which solution, suspension, emulsion, and an alloy. So what is solution, students? When we mix sugar and water, the mixture is clear. We cannot see the sugar in the water, right? So this mixture is called a solution, that the solute completely dissolve in the solvent. Sugar is considered as a solute while water is called the solvent. So you can see the mixture of salt and water as well. Suspension. Some substances are not soluble in water. So we can say that kind of a mixture, suspension. They do not dissolve in water. So what we can say in a suspension, particles of the solute do not dissolve in the solvent but remain suspended as in chalk and water. Emulsion. Add some cooking oil to a glass of water and shake it. You will see that the water becomes cloudy. Oil is not soluble in water. So that kind of a mixture known as emulsion, which two liquids mix together and they does not mix properly. Alloy. The mixture of metals is called an alloy. Example, brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. Bronze is an alloy of metal, copper and tin. Now, how can we separate some solution or some suspension? So we have so many methods. Here we are going to discuss of method of separating mixture. First one is by filtering. Filtering is a way to separate a solid from a liquid. Sand can be separated from water by filtering the mixture through a filter paper. The water will pass through, but the sand will be left on the filter paper. As you can see in this, that we have equipments like funnel, flask, dish, beaker, filter paper, stirring rod, and now we are going to make a mixture of sand and water. We just mix it because it's a sea sand. So here we found some amount of salt as well. So there is three substances like salt, sand and water. So now we are just folding the filter paper and fit into the funnel and then pour this mixture of salt, sand and water. So you can see that salt water, because salt is mixed with water. So that salt water filtrate and only sand will left on the filter paper. Okay, and this is the salt water. Now when we are using by the method of evaporation, that evaporation method, that salt can be separated from water by heating the solution. The water will evaporate from the solution and the salt will be left behind. So the mixture of salt and seawater can be separated by evaporation of water. On heating, the water will evaporate and salt will be left behind. After that, we will heat it and then found that all the water evaporate and only salt residue left behind. By stirring with magnet, as you can see that if we are mixing sand and iron filings together, so by stirring with magnet, we can separate iron filings with the sand. Because iron filings is a magnetic material, so it will stick to the magnet and sand will be left behind. We're just stirring over the sand and iron filing. So all the iron filing stick to the magnet. By adding water, a mixture of colored substances in black ink can be separated by adding water to it. Today we'll do activity number 3, so you will understand more about it. By decantation, an insoluble solid can be separated from a liquid by pouring off the clear liquid from the top of the mixture. This process is called decantation. As you can see, that is sedimentation right now, because this is the process when we are just separating the liquid from the mixture of sand and water. That is the process called decantation. Okay, that is the process called decantation, when the top layer of the liquid we are separating from the immiscible liquids. This is the decantation. So this is the mixture of sand and water. Just starts the process. This is the process called sedimentation. Okay, this one is the process when the sand separated with water. So that is the process. The particles settling to the bottom of the body of water is called sedimentation. And if we are just pouring that only the liquid, that is the process called decantation. Okay. Now we are moving to the activity number 3, which is on your book page number 48. So here you can see that what is in the activity number 3.
Please take my cup. Please, get me the schedule.
Does black ink consist of only black color or any other color as well? Let us find out by the process of paper chromatography. Chromatography is a technique of separating two or more dissolved solids which are present in a solution in very small quantities.
Wake up. Wake up. Please come here.
Yes.
Please, wake him up. Do something. Wake him up.
Take a strip of filter paper. Draw a line with a pencil close to the lower edge of the paper.
No response.
Please, call the dropper. Please, wake him up.
Put a small drop of ink on the center of the line. Let it dry for some time.
No response.
Call Mr. Smart. Please, wake him up.
Take a jar containing some water. Put the filter paper in it, such that the drop of ink is just above the water level.
No response.
After some time, the water starts gradually rising up by capillary action. As the water moves up, it takes the dyes present in the ink along with it. As the water rises up, we see different colors on paper. These are the different dyes present in the ink. Different dyes have different solubility levels and travel at different speeds as the water rises up. As a result, we see different colored strips at different heights, and the dyes get separated. Hence, paper chromatography is used to separate the different colors in a dye.
Okay, so you can use tissue paper as well for doing this activity. Okay. Now we are moving on to the today's work, student. Today is September 8th. It is Wednesday. So we are on question number 8. It's a notebook work. Match the following columns. The temperature at which liquid changes into solid, it's a freezing point. The temperature at which a solid changes into liquid, it's a melting point. The temperature at which liquid boils is a boiling point. And the change of state from liquid to a gas is evaporation. And finally, the last one is when the gas vapors changes into liquid, that is condensation. Don't forget. Is another work is on your book, page number 49. Question number 3, fill in the blanks to complete the statements. Air is a mixture of many gases. Fizzy drinks contain sugar, flavoring water, and carbon dioxide gas. When sugar dissolves in water, we cannot see it. The sugar in a solution is called solute. Water is a solvent for sugar and salt. Sand does not dissolve in water. Chalk is insoluble in water. Coins are made of alloy of metals. So that will be all for today, students. Now it's a trivia time. What is an emulsion? An emulsion is a milky mixture of oil and water. A mixture in which the substance does not mix properly is called an emulsion. So that will be all for today, students. Don't forget to wash your hands after using the gadgets and don't forget your mask. Have a very nice and blessed day, students. Thank you, everyone.